Hello everybody, hope you're all doing well. And in this video I'm talking about a Stewards verdict on Kimi Antonelli as well as a key update on Lewis Hamilton. So let's start with Hamilton, and he took a really strong P2 in qualifying for the Barcelona Grand Prix, and it wasn't expected going into qualifying. Basically he missed out on free practice 1 after, like most other teams, Ferrari decided to put a rookie in the car as part of the rules. However, throughout practice Ferrari were nowhere near competitive pace and Hamilton was struggling to match the pace of his teammate Charles Leclerc. But going into qualifying things changed. Ferrari found some really good pace, Hamilton looked a lot more comfortable in the car, and both Leclerc and Hamilton were challenging for pole position. However, with Leclerc crashing out in Q3, it was only Hamilton in the Ferrari who could challenge for pole, and while Hamilton came really close to it, finishing second around 600ths off the pace of George Russell, who took pole position. So where did this turnaround come from? Well, giving an update, Hamilton said, normally it's okay to miss P1, but I had a huge offset in P2. I was just over a second off, and I didn't quite feel comfortable. These tyres only last one lap, so you only have 2 shots at it in each session. In P3, I was easily 4 or 5 tenths off, and I was thinking, where was I going to get that pace? Between P3 and qualifying, I went off the track to my motorhome, came back, and in Q1 I was first, so I knew I had a good balance and was comfortable. Q2 was a little bit harder with traffic. The Mercedes guys did a good lap, and congrats to George, but we're in a good position to be able to fight tomorrow. We have a race. Now make sure to subscribe so you don't miss my Formula 1 content and are kept up to date with F1 news. I've just reached 52,000 subscribers and your support and lovely comments are incredible and it means so much to me. Thank you so much for it. Now this comes after Ferrari introduced a really big upgrade going into Spain. At the start of the weekend, as I say, it did not look like it was working with Ferrari being off the pace. However, they really improved in qualifying. And do you think Hamilton can compete for the win in the Grand Prix? Let me know in the comments below. But let's move on to Kimi Antonelli, and he ended up third in qualifying for the Barcelona Grand Prix. Now Antonelli goes into this weekend after 5 race wins in a row. However, in Barcelona he hasn't looked as comfortable, still fast, but not as comfortable. And while Mercedes team boss Toto Wolff has confirmed that Antonelli couldn't deploy his full battery on his final lap in Q3, I really do think his teammate George Russell still has an advantage over Antonelli in qualifying and still would have got pole position. Now there was also an incident involving Antonelli. Basically he was opening up a lap and going into turn 1, Lance Stroll was just about in his way and that put Antonelli off, and as a result he had to abandon the lap. And right after the incident, Antonelli appeared to move over and block Stroll himself, resulting in an investigation from the stewards. And they've decided that Antonelli was driving in an erratic manner in turn 2, and as a result he received a reprimand, with the stewards saying in their verdict car 12 was impacted by car 18 when approaching turn 1. After passing car 18, the driver of car 12 applied the brakes in front of car 18 and prevented the latter from passing. This is deemed driving in an erratic manner. The driver admitted during the hearing that he acted out of frustration and apologised for his action. Now finally on Russell, as we know, he had a great weekend. It's boiling in Barcelona. Tyre degradation is such a key part this weekend because the tyres are wearing so fast, so much so that doing one lap on the softs is difficult because they're wearing out before the lap is even completed. And while managing tyres is where Russell has been really strong throughout his career. And speaking about taking pole, Russell said, "It's been a great weekend so far. I feel like my old self again, where every lap I'm doing the job, always fighting in those top positions. The last few races, for numerous reasons, haven't quite been on our side, but I came in this weekend with a clean slate, felt good, and it's great to be on pole." But that's going to be the video from me. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care. Bye.